It's time for the La Sabrina Hair Design Podcast with Amy Button. Well, hello, listeners and viewers. Charlie McDermott, co-host, producer of the show, here with Amy. Amy, happy 2024. How you doing?
Good. Happy New Year to you.
Well, thank you. And it has been a happy one. And I know it's going to continue for the next 300 and whatever days that are left, right?
Yep.
And a part of being happy is looking great. And which is why we're doing this and why it's important that you're doing it and not me. Although I don't know. I don't know if I look great or not, Amy. I could use your help. But but new year, new trends. What's happening? What are you seeing with the hair trends so far this year, or what do you see coming?
Yeah, so we've already kind of noticed hair trends that are coming about. Some of them started like the tail end of last year, but that's usually the way it goes. And it's so funny because I was remembering back to like watching TV shows when they weren't streaming. And so it was like every new year they would change their haircut or change whatever style or color of their hair for the new season of shows, which I feel like that's kind of gone. We don't do that anymore now that things are streaming all of the time. But when I watch reruns, I do notice it. My kids pick it up. They're like, everyone got a haircut on the show. But I do still see it in the salon when a new year comes about. There are definitely new trends or old trends that come back into style. And I've noticed top 5 that seem to be on repeat so far.
Okay, lay it on us.
So the first one that we started noticing the tail end of last year was our blondes are choosing to go darker. Whether it's to go completely black from blonde or just like more of a chocolatey. We're seeing a lot of chocolatey colors too. And I think it's that they are looking for less maintenance. Seems to be what we're hearing from everyone. But there is tips and tricks and learning curves to changing styles. So when you're going darker, you need to prepare for a longer hair appointment, because if you have platinum blonde hair and you want to go 4 or 5 levels darker, then we most likely are going to have to do something called filling your hair. We have to add a pigment before we can put the desired pigment on. So that being said, your appointment is going to be longer than normal.
Is it kind of like painting when you have to put like 2 coats on to?
Yes. Yeah. But whenever a client isn't naturally blonde and they go blonde, we have to remove color from their hair to get to that blonde. If you want to go darker, we have to put that underlying color back in your hair in order for it to not take green. If you don't fill it with the proper color, then the desired look won't be achieved.
Okay. Wow. Always learning with you, Amy.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. What's the next one?
All right. So number 2 is warm colors. So in addition to just going darker, some people are going what everyone's calling cowboy copper. And I don't know where that saying came from or the hashtag, but it's very popular and trendy right now. So we have a lot of clients that are coming in and choosing to go from blonde to this really amazing copper red color, which is very fun. Again, learning curve. Reds fade the fastest. So it's extremely important if you're going to choose this look to make sure you have the proper products and to turn down the temperature in your shower, because the hot water will remove that warm red faster than anything
Mm,
else you can do to your hair. So super important to make sure that you are taking care of the red, or else it's just going to fade and it's not going to be as vibrant as when they
okay.
leave the salon.
How about swimming or anything? Should you avoid the swimming pool for a period of time?
Yeah, that's hard in Florida though to
Yeah.
avoid all the water. This
Mm.
time of year, I mean, it's actually pretty cold right
Yeah,
now
yeah,
for us here in Florida. Um, so it shouldn't be an issue right now. But yes, when you're
yeah.
swimming, you need to put like a leave-in conditioner. And we have an amazing product here that's not only a leave-in conditioner but also a sunscreen, so it would
Oh, yeah.
protect your reds from both of those things.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Number 3.
Number three is people are keeping their hair curly. So, and I tried this today because everyone wants to see what their natural hair can do. And here in Florida, we do have the ability to try curly hair out more than in the drier
Mm,
climates, I guess. So the humidity does work in this trend's favor. So again, learning curve with that is you have to be patient because it takes a really long time to figure out the perfect combination of products to
mm,
style your hair curly. So uh,
okay.
it's going to take some time. There's no one curly head that's like the other.
And what if you just have straight hair? Is there any chance of it getting curly, or should you just move on?
um, I mean, you can curl it with a curling
Yeah,
iron.
there you go.
Yeah. That kind of leads me up to trend number, what are we at?
What are at number 4?
4. So trend number 4 is our men's cuts are getting perms. Perms are back,
No.
but not necessarily for girls. Although if girls are wanting curly hair and they have really straight hair, just like you said, we might see perms come back for the ladies also. My big warning tag on that though is perms are one of the most intense pH wise chemical services that you can do to your hair. So it's fun for a trend that's going to
Mm,
be short term.
mm.
Long term, perms are not great for your hair or for your scalp. So we actually don't offer perms in my salon. We do have sister salons that we work really well with and will trades off. Like they don't want to do weddings, so they'll pass the clients to us, and then we don't want to do perms, so we pass it to them. Um, but it is a trend right now.
How about
I
that?
just warn everybody that short term's a lot of fun. Long term, probably not a good idea.
It's funny. It bring back visions of my days in high school, long, long, long time ago,
Right? You
and
got to pull those pictures out.
ah, my good. Now I had a natural perm. I mean, I just got out of the shower, shook my head, and curls just happened. This is in Pennsylvania. It didn't. You didn't need humidity. I was the opposite. I would take a knit hat and put it over my head, trying to get my hair to go straight. But the
Oh,
where I was going with this is my good friend Mark was from Vietnam, and he had I don't know if there's a curl in all of Vietnam. I've not been there, but
yeah,
just straight as can be hair, which I
yeah.
was jealous of because you always want what you can't have. Um, one day he got a perm, and it didn't go well. I
No,
just you didn't expect that look on Mark. So anyway,
right.
thanks for that memory.
You're welcome.
All right. What are we up to number 5? We are, I think.
Yes,
Yeah.
big number 5. Everyone is coming in and chopping their hair off. So big chops are in. And when we say big chop, we mean going from long haircuts to short about the shoulders or even shorter. We're
Hmm.
noticing just lots of big trims.
Wow. Wow.
So,
Now,
and that's go
is
ahead.
that like, is that satisfying for you, or, like when you can take off a lot of hair, is that funner than just the
Mhm.
kind of the trim?
Well, it depends on the client. Some clients, and I'm one of these, so I'm guilty as charged. But some clients love their hair so long, but there's so much dead stuff on the end that a big chop is probably
Yes.
a good
Yeah,
idea. Again,
yeah,
I'm one of those people. But others, their hair is long and healthy. And because I love updos, I think it hurts my heart a little bit every time we do a big
mm,
chop. But they're so cute on the clients. I do love the looks, but it
yeah,
just styling a short haircut versus a long haircut again is another learning curve. And so we do have one stylist in here, Phoebe. She loves big chops, like so that it makes her
yeah,
day. She gets
yeah.
so excited. And all of the stylists are really good at explaining how they style their hair so that when you go home after a big haircut, you have some tips and tools on how to style it. So, again, big chops require patience because it's
Yeah,
going to take a couple of times of styling your own hair at home to feel comfortable in it. But
yeah.
they are worth it. It is fun.
Love it, love it. Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate the trend knowledge, and now, I feel like I'm in on something when I'm
Yeah.
walking down the street and going,
Yeah.
I bet she was a blonde, or,
Yeah.
I bet her hair was longer, or his hair was straight. Now look at the perm. Who knows?
Right.
Well, Amy, listeners, viewers that want to get in touch, want to stop by, what's the best way?
Our phone number is probably the best way, 239-537-9315, or our website. And even if you want to stop in, it's cooler weather, so we usually have the door propped open because you don't usually get to do that in Florida. So you
Yeah.
also can just pop in.
Oh, super. Well, hey, great seeing you. And thanks again for sharing all your intel, Amy. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Thank you.
Thanks for listening to the La Sabrina Hair Design Podcast. To learn more about the La Sabrina Hair Design Experience, go to www.lasabrinahairdesign.com. That's www.lasabrinahairdesign.com, or call 239-537-9315.